Oh, buddy, I want to show you guys this mythical beast, this unicorn. This is a unicorn of the streets. Needs work. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it doesn't. It needs work. But it runs, and I ripped it. I'm surprised this bike is still on the road. I saw it, and I just had to have it. So, I had a model of this when I was a kid. Or mid-90s. This is a time machine. That's what this is. This is a time machine. This is going to be fun to ride. I am going to probably do a lot of work to the cosmetics to bring it back to life. I'm going to try to save what original plastics I can because it's rare and it just makes sense to do that. So we're going to try. That's cool, lady. Oh, wow, what a show off. Cool. She sees I'm recording, so rev your truck. But this thing is awesome. This thing's awesome. It's definitely got some overspray on the engine, but somebody was building this to be a drag bike, I think. They put a lot of performance parts in there, and I can see them. I did run this thing. I will say that it has upgraded coil packs in there, but it doesn't run great. It does not run great. So we're gonna have to check that out. But it does run. It takes a while to warm up, it takes a while to get going, but once it does, this thing rips, and it's all right. It doesn't have any problems that I'm aware of outside of like needing a little bit of carburetor work. So we're gonna go ahead and get in there. I can see somebody's done some wiring up here, which doesn't have me too skittish. But there are definitely direct cut wires. I'm not sure what all that goes to. I don't know why. I did check everything out. All the thermostats working, the speedometer work, clusters, all the lights are working. Rear tail lights are working, blinkers are working, everything's working. And it sounds rowdy. It's definitely a rowdy machine. Somebody did do some custom exhaust on there, as you can see. But this is a CBR 600 F3. These things were monsters on the road. They had an insanely fast 0 to 60 snap. And I think this bike today is still a very rowdy machine. I've always wanted to own an older CBR, and I finally got an opportunity to do that. I'm not going to go into what it cost. It's just because the point is I managed to get my hands on one of these unicorns. I can see right now that somebody did a filter change not too long ago because I can see a filter on there. It was definitely serviced. There is a small oil leak, but it looks like the head is not leaking. Everything up here seems fine, but I can see there's some paint overspray here, which I can resolve all that, you know, but it does crank up and it starts right on up. So, but it does definitely need some carb work. I think there's either a torn vacuum sleeve, is what it feels like to me. It's definitely dogging pretty hard on the vacuum sleeve. So I'm gonna see if there's a fuel filter on this thing. We're gonna pull the tank, we're gonna go through this whole thing, but this mythical unicorn is now in my possession. I own it. We're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna try to bring it back to life a little bit. I really don't want to get rid of the original plastics because they're so amazing. Like, I'm gonna feel so bad, but as you can see, there's just stuff missing. Just some of it's really chewed up. I really don't want to get rid of things. I love original. So it's like, I just am really debating on how much I want to tamper with the plastics or get all new plastics. I don't want to do that though, because these are original plastics on this thing. You know, it's so defeating to have to do that. But as you can see, there's broken clips and stuff and bolts that didn't come out right. So, you know, even though it's a unicorn, I'm gonna have to look things over pretty closely. I need to make sure that the front end of this thing is still in good shape, and the reason I say that is because there's a big dent in this bar right here that I noticed earlier when I was looking at it. So, you know, I can see that rocks have kind of gotten up there, so there's room. There's obviously room in between here and there, but something definitely dented this. Like, this is a replacement part. So I'm not sure how that bar got that dented, but it did. The other one's fine. I need to make sure the alignment of the bike is still spot on so that there's no death wobble. I did ride it down the road, I did crank on the gears, and I didn't get any death wobble, so I think we're okay there, but I still want to measure the front out and make sure everything's good. Outside of that, I can tell somebody replaced the shock. As you can see, they have an air ride shock bar on there, which goes up to here. So there was a shock replacement on here, adjustable shock replacement. Somebody put some air ride's shock system on here, and I definitely need to pull this off and have a look at the carbs. I need to get in here and see what's going on. And I think that Petcock fuel reserve is garbage. I don't think that's working properly. So, but point is, folks, I got a unicorn. I not only got a unicorn, I got a unicorn that runs and drives. 28 years old, baby. This thing's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Let's pop the keys in her, turn her over. Look at that. Green headlight. Yes, sir. All the green. Boom. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. Yes. Listen to it. It sounds perfect. Oh. Whoa. Let's take this beast home. Let's take her home. Ah. Yes, sir. Oh, man. As much as I wanted to keep the 500, guys, when I saw this, I was like, I just saw it and I had to have it. You do not see the F3 CBRs on the road anymore. They're just unicorns. They really are. These things are just rare and they're just fucking unicorns. Let's take her home, make her beautiful again. You know how we roll. I fix shit and I'm out, boys.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now, she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.